Welcome. In front of me is a Oppo Find X3 Pro, and today I will show you how you can bypass the Google verification on this phone. Now, before I get started, I'm going to quickly touch upon the state of this device and also what we will need for this. So most importantly, what we will need is another device. Now that sounds like a bad joke, but we just need another secondary device. It can be Android. It possibly, although I haven't tried, could be an iPhone if you have one. And the reason we will need this device is so we can move over a single application to our locked device, which is basically part of the process which allows us to unlock it. So that's why we need this kind of secondary device. I'll be using some kind of Honor for this, but like I said, it can be any kind of Android as long as it has access to Play Store. And technically these apps also work on iOS, so should work with iPhone, though I haven't tried it, so I cannot vouch for its validity, how the bypass would actually work with an iPhone. I know for a fact it works with Android. So that's what I'm going to be using anyway. Now, when it comes onto the device, you can obviously see that it is locked. It's telling me to draw the verification pattern to unlock it, and if I close it, it's going to tell me to verify the Google account. So there we go. As you can see, obviously it is locked. Now, with that being said, we can now begin the bypass. So first of all, you want to navigate to the connect to Wi-Fi page, exactly like this one. If you are at the beginning of the setup, just progress forward and you will eventually get to this page. And if you already see the verification page, then just back out till you see this page. Next, connect to your Wi-Fi network. I have already done so, as you can clearly see right here. So select your network that you have and sign into it. Once you've done so, click on this eye icon right here. This will give us a couple options. So we are interested in the share option. Now, before I press on it, I am going to cover the display because this is a QR code that is going to be shown, which technically I believe could get a password out of it. So kind of want to avoid that. So anyway, I'm going to cover up part of it, press it. There it is. As you can see, there's a QR code. It also shows me the password a little bit above, so yeah, I'm gonna just keep my hand here. But what we're looking for is this option below here, nearby. Click on it, and this will then give you this window right here, which you want to just select this blue button right here, turn on. Then select Need Help Sharing, the blue text. And then once it shows you the page right here, I'm gonna click on the three dots and select Share Article. Choose Messages. There we go. And select New Message. In the field 2, type in any kind of number. It doesn't need to be real. And then in the message field, I want to select the text right here. We can select cut or just delete it by holding the back button. And then you want to type in www.youtube.com. Now, what is important, you add the www extension. Now, the reason that extension is important is because without it, if you send this message and you open up the link, it will open up YouTube in a little pop-up view window, which will not work for our bypass, obviously. But when you add the extension, it opens up YouTube in its full application format on a full screen, which at that point gives us all the options that we will need. Now, once you send the message, I want to also I want to add that I haven't actually sent this message to anyone. I don't have a SIM card in here. So I did send the message or attempt to send it to this number, which doesn't exist. And the message never even left my device because I am not connected to any kind of network or any kind of a cell tower. So this is just strictly on the phone itself. Now, anyway, this will show you this little message bubble, and it has this tap to load preview. So you want to tap on it. It shows you the image of YouTube, of a logo. Click on it. And as you can see, it opens up YouTube in its full windowed view. Now in here, we're going to click on the account icon. Then you want to select Settings, About, and Google Privacy Policy. In here we're gonna select use without an account and no thanks. And in the search bar at the top you want to type in HardReset.Info/bypass. So I'm gonna type it in myself, and if you need a moment to write it once you see it, pause the video. So now would be the time to pause. Once you're on the site, it probably will give you this pop-up, so we're going to select consent, and then we're going to scroll down to settings. Select this one, click on it, then select home screen and lock screen, home screen layout, and it opens up our home screen. Now, before you go clicking off thinking that this is done, we're not even close to being done yet, or maybe halfway. So, next thing we're gonna do is open up Tools and open up Clone Phone. Now, if your Tools folder isn't on the first page, you can swipe to the left and this will show you a second page, for instance. So anyway, I'm gonna open up the phone clone or Clone Phone, and in here we're gonna select that this is a new device. Gonna select Allow. With every kind of pop-up that it asks for some kind of permission, you want to select Allow all while or either while using the app. Now in here, migrate data from, so we have a couple options. We have Realme Oppo OnePlus as the first option. So if your unlocked device, so the second one that you will be using for this, is any of these listed ones right here, then just select that and you're basically good to go. Now mine is an Honor, so I'm going to be selecting the second one because it's still an Android device. And as you can see, it opens up this QR code. Now if you're using an iPhone and attempting this with an iPhone, which like I mentioned, I'm not exactly sure if this will work. Should, but I'm not betting on it. And then you can select obviously the iOS. And once you have the QR code open, you can just move this device to the side, and we're going to now focus on our second device, which is unlocked. And in here, if you're using one of the first three listed devices, the Oppo, Realme, or OnePlus, then just like we did here, you want to navigate to your home screen, and on the home screen you will just open up the Tools folder, and in there you will in the Tools folder you'll open up the Clone Phone application, and you're good to go, because Realme, Oppo, and OnePlus are basically one big company, and this application is put on each one of these brands because they're basically acting as one big brand, and you don't really need to download anything. But if you're using any other device like I am, for instance Honor, I will need to download it because this device does not come with such an application pre-installed. So we're gonna navigate into the Play Store or App Store if you're using iPhone, and you want to search for Clone Phone. So once you type it in, you will have probably three different results: Oppo, OnePlus, and this one is probably from Realme. In all truth, you can install either one of those three and they should all work just fine, but for the sake of this video, I'll be sticking with the official one, which is designed for specifically this device, which is Oppo. So I'm gonna select it, and then I'm gonna select Install. Now for people wondering why I uninstalled the application when I opened the store, it's just simply so we can have the same experience, because the application will want a lot of different accesses to different things like folders, media, contacts, and so on. So I want to show this how that looks like and what you're supposed to do. Once it's downloaded, you can open it up. I'm gonna select Agree and Continue, and then it will give you the setting pop-up. So we're gonna select Settings, toggle this on, and go back, and again, new field, again, Settings, toggle on, go back. Then we're gonna select Start Migrating, which more stuff will pop out. Settings. When you have a list of different applications, all you're looking for is the Clone Phone app. So select it and then toggle on, and then go back twice, obviously. And select OK, Settings, and again. When you have the allow access to something, you can select while using the app. If you don't have such an option, then just select Allow. Okay, while using the app, and as you can see, once we go through all of that, it opens up our camera and allows us to scan the QR code. So just hover there device over this QR code, the camera specifically. There we go. And this device is now connecting to this device. So I'm gonna give it a moment. Okay. Let's give it a second for it to load. There we go. So it loaded all the data on this device. So what you want to do here is simply deselect everything by pressing right up there, and then scroll down to Apps, which is the last option. Click on the text itself. This will show you all the applications that you have installed on your device, and from here choose a single application. It does not matter which one you select, just select any kind of application. Now, recommendation for app would be just look at the size and pick one that takes the least amount of space, which will basically increase the speed at which this is being transferred. So the more size, for instance, like if you would try to transfer over something like Google Play Store, as you can see, it's 130 megabytes, while Netflix, for instance, is only 5 megabytes. So I'm going to be selecting Netflix, which you could probably do as well if you have it accessible. If not, just choose any other application that has the smallest size or relatively small. From there, I'm going to click on the check mark right here, and we're going to select Start Migrating. As you can see, on this device, it's already done transferring over, and it's done installing. Well, technically it didn't install it. So just to kind of point this out, other devices from Oppo, which I did to the Find X3 Neo and Find X2 Lite, this worked fine. Here, it tried to transfer over the application, but as you can see, it gave us failed 1, successful 0. Even though it failed transferring over the application, I believe it will still work because the process of transferring messes up with the phone. So when we click on Done, indeed it worked. So it now allowed us to progress further throughout the setup, completely skipping over the verification portion of the device. So it's automatically asking us for our desired navigation system. So I'm going to select gestures, just out of preference. Unlock method, skip this part. So we're going to select later. Recommended, just ignore. Get started. And this will give us access to the home screen. So we can now focus fully on our locked device. And what you want to do here, even though we have already access to our home screen, there is one last step that we need to take. And that is navigating into the settings, scrolling all the way down and selecting additional settings, and then choosing backup and reset. And here select reset phone and erase all data, and choose erase all data or erase data and remove eSIM profile, and then confirm it by selecting this text once more, which will begin factory resetting your device. Now, just to explain why I'm telling you to do this, even though we have access to the home screen already, is because what we have done so far is we just simply tricked the device to allow us to finish up the setup. The protection that was put on this device, meaning the screen lock and the Google account, are still present somewhere deep in the device as a protective measure. So, as an example, if I were to do a reset of this device through recovery mode instead of settings, this device would go back to being locked. But when it's being done through settings, the way Android works, it considers that when doing a reset through settings, you obviously are the legitimate user of it, and it allows you to reset the device without necessarily providing anything, because you would typically need to already have the device unlocked. And once you start the reset through settings, the device just automatically goes over and removes everything protective. So Google accounts, screen locks, and so on. So that's why I'm recommending you to do this right now, because it will just fully unlock the device. Now, that being said, I'm not going to go over this on the video, the reset itself I mean, because it is a fully automatic process. Once you confirm it, it just gives you a black screen, a little bit of Oppo logo. Once it's completed, you are then taken to the setup screen of your device. Again, but at that point, the setup that you will be seeing is just a typical setup that you are probably accustomed with. No verification needed. Set up your device however you like. So there we go. Now, with that being said, hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.